Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from ESFOE. This is their outdoor rugged Bluetooth smartwatch, and this has a ton of different features that we're going to dig into in just a moment, and I'll be right back. Okay, so taking a look at some of the specs on the ESFOE rugged smartwatch here, we do have, messages, USB charging. We do have IP68 waterproofing. It will do health monitoring such as steps, heart rate, sleep time, and blood pressure. It's got a 1.43-inch AMOLED screen. It does have an always-on display, sports and health monitoring, Bluetooth calling, IP68 waterproofing, 360 mAh battery for up to 7 days of battery life. Now inside the box here, you're going to get a thank you card from ESFOE for buying the watch, and of course you also get a watch guide there that we'll go over in just a second. This is the watch itself. Again, 1.4-inch AMOLED display here on the back. You're going to have all of your health sensors for monitoring your heart rate, your blood pressure, and your SpO2. So that is the watch itself. Comes in a few different colors. I happen to have the black watch here. Now they do also give us a few other things as well. You will get a link remover for the metal band that they include here. So that's a nice touch for being able to adjust this metal band. And they do give you some extra pins as well. But you get a nice metal band if that is your thing. They also give you a silicone band. This one is a black camo, and this is more of a soft touch regular silicone band. And of course, you get your USB to magnetic 2-pin pogo pin charger, and you can plug this into any laptop or PC's USB, or you can plug this into an AC to USB adapter that you probably already have from your phone or your tablet. Now, to get started with this particular watch, let's just take a look at the watch itself and the interface. If you swipe to the right, you're going to get all of your apps that are installed here. You've got everything from music control to contacts to blood pressure to health monitoring and everything else. We're going to get set up with the Fit Cloud Pro app here, and you can see that there is a tab in the middle called Device, and you're going to want to push the plus bind device button at the top. It's going to find the ST19 here, and we're going to hit connect. This will connect via Bluetooth, so you must have Bluetooth on your phone enabled. It's going to ask me for a binding request on the watch and then a pairing request on the phone as well. We're going to let it pair to the phone, and it's also going to ask us for access to our contacts because this does have a Bluetooth calling function to be able to make phone calls directly from the watch. Now you can see that we're connected here and we're bound. It'll show you your battery life here. You can set up activity reminders. You can set up push notifications for individual apps like call alerts, SMS, Facebook, X, Instagram, and if you go down to more reminders, you can set them for other programs as well. So you do have the option to add other app notifications to this as well. Now this supports app notifications and SMS notifications, but you cannot reply to them. So that is something to keep in mind. If you want to go to the dial market, you can see that we've got thousands of different watch faces here that we can download. So if we see one that we like, we can make it our own. If we want to use some of the built-in ones, just hold down on the watch face. You can swipe through them. There are some built-in ones already on here. So you have a lot of customization. As you can see, hundreds, if not thousands, of watch faces in the app that you can add to this watch. Now we can also set our sports push notifications, raise to wake can be enabled here, elevated heart rate measurement, automatic health monitoring, find your watch, and you also have restore to factory settings here as well. Now on the main page here, you're going to have your sleep tracking, and since I just bound this, it wiped out what I had previously, but you do get heart rate, blood pressure, and oxygen, and you can actually just take all three of these measurements by hitting that health measurement button, and it will measure all of them for you. But let's go over how you do it from the watch again. If you swipe to the left, you'll get all of your applications here. Now this menu can be set a few different ways. Swiping down will give you a quick menu for raise to wake, your night mode, power saving, information, brightness, and of course settings. If we go into settings, you'll see that we have a menu style, and there are 5 different menu styles here. I'm going to set this to style number 2, a little bit easier, kind of an app drawer setup here. And if you want them with names, you can also go back into settings and you can select a different menu style, like menu style 3, which will have the names on them. And this is all the apps that you have installed on the watch. So you can see that we've got plenty of apps for usage here, like telephone, contacts, call records, voice assistant, making phone calls directly from the watch, and being able to take Bluetooth phone calls from the watch is definitely a plus here. We do have our voice assistant, so we can access our voice assistant, and is a test. And you can see that that came up just fine. I should have said, and this is a test, but it worked out just the same. Again, going over to our settings here, we've got workouts, we've got our data, we've got a ton of different workout modes that you can use with this watch. So any of the modes that you need to utilize here, you can. No problems with that. Workout records, heart rate, sleep, blood pressure, blood oxygen, messages, weather, female for your menstrual cycles. We do have music, breath training, stopwatch, timer, alarm clock, set time, find phone, and then of course back to settings here where we can go in and set our on-screen duration. We can also set our raise to wake feature and our always on display. So if we want an always on display here, we can do that as well. Now that will eat a little bit more battery life here, but when this goes out, it will have an always on display on. Also, if you swipe up, you'll have access to any messages or notifications from apps that you have set in the app. And also, if we swipe right, we've got some default tiles like our activity, calories burned, activity time and steps, our heart rate, sleep, weather, remote music player for remote control of your device. Again, back to our sports modes. And we can add a tile or remove a tile here. Now, taking your blood pressure or your heart rate is very simple to do. Takes about 10 to 15 seconds to register here. This worked out pretty close to a standalone SpO2 monitor that I had. I'm currently at about 75 beats per minute, and that was within a beat or two of my fingertip pulse oximeter. My oxygen came up as 97%, and on the pulse oximeter it said 98%. And the blood pressure, which is 115/72, also was within a few points of what I normally register. I'm right around 120/80 normally at rest. So overall, pretty decent numbers from this from a health standpoint, and overall did a pretty nice job. Again, if you want to take all 3 readings, you just have to hit that big health measurement button at the bottom, and it will take all 3 of them, and it will take a little bit more time to do it, and it does it from the app directly. So the first thing that should pop up here is heart rate, and then followed by oxygen level, and then blood pressure. You can see 76 beats per minute, 96% on my oxygen, and it will take a few moments to register your blood pressure, but you'll be able to see that as well, and you can do it all automatically from the app. Now you can see that the always on display has turned on as well since we set that earlier, and there is my blood pressure, 116/72. Again, fairly close to what I normally have, although I wouldn't replace your normal blood pressure device. If you want to just spot check, this works out really well. So there you go. That's my review of the ESFOE, a rugged outdoor military Bluetooth smartwatch. I like that this has a long battery life. I like the companion app with this. It has a lot of features, including a lot of dials that you can download, and of course health function features that you can track. I like that it has a nice 1.43-inch AMOLED screen. It is IP68 waterproof, so you're not going to have to worry about water in any way, and it has a battery life of up to 7 days. Overall, I'm going to give this one a thumbs up. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.